Recording. Sometimes I forget to hit that record button. Hello, everybody. Happy Monday after Mother's Day weekend. The sun came out here in Wilmington for 10 minutes today and it's trying to creep back out. And I'm just like a little flower. I keep just going closer to the window to try to get some of that sunshine on my face today. I hope you at least get outside. I see some of you in your cars, but you get outside today and you get some of that sunshine on your face because it has been a few weeks of rain, hasn't it? I'm sick of being soggy and I feel like I'm going to start to mold. I'm molding. All right, today's topic, there's always a theme when we pick a song. Have you figured that out yet? There is always a theme when there's a song. That's how we roll here at the region. So, what I wanted to talk to you guys today about, and what I was chatting with Jen about before the call is, are you a friend to those in your data bank or in your sphere or with your personal vendors? And it's not so much about being a friend, it's who are you in good relationship with that you can get into great relationship with? And if there is no relationship, how do you get from none to good? So that's the topic of today's call. And then on the second half of the call, after we go after the social media, we're actually going to show you how to start the process of upgrading your new agent website that has the blog and some really cool new features. Because put a yes or a no in the chat if every single human in your database is ready to buy, sell, refer, and invest. Is every single human in there right now, ready to buy, sell? I said yeses. Nobody can answer yes on that one. And part of keeping people in our world is, are we throwing a wide enough net in which people want to stay in our world and get value from us if they're not ready to buy, sell, refer, or invest? I'm just going to make a new word, revest. That's refer and invest together because it's Monday. You like that one, Tiffany? Tiffany loves when I make up words. So I want to ask a question. What was the most useful email you received last week that had nothing to do with real estate? Take off your real estate hat. When you read your personal email, what was something you got in your email that this was so valuable? Like if there was a human behind this target email, I would thank them and reply.
I eat, drink, and sleep coaching in real estate. So that was my life on email. I like the reminder for a Tony Robbins seminar. Yes.
Was that a Comic-Con or Con-Com? Because if it's Comic-Con,
Conservation Committee.
Oh, we live in two different worlds, friend.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I got all excited thinking I'll see you at Comic-Con, but I guess not, huh? You enjoy Conversation Con instead. Okay. A reminder for Tony Robbins, the washing machine delivery window from Home Depot. That's a happy thing, especially if you are sitting in dirty clothes. That is a happy world. How about flowers? I didn't get a chance to spend Mother's Day with my mom this year. She was doing something separate, my sister. So I got a huge coupon, like massive coupon from a floral place. And I was able to send my mom and my sister gorgeous bouquets that match their tastes. That to me was a huge value because I was stressing about getting them something without being in the same place as they were. What else is something that has recently brought so much value to your personal life? Because, sorry, Tiffany, we cannot eat, breathe. I know. What is something that has brought so much value to your world that is important to you? How many of you have time to mow your lawn? Or spray for mosquitoes? First of all, you will never catch me spraying for a mosquito in my life.
I hire somebody.
Sorry, I'm driving, so I can write. But I got an email. I have an appointment on Wednesday to a place that follow up the appointment time with an email. And it was interesting because it said, if you follow the GPS, you might not find me. So this is the instructions of how to, and I found that like the little extra. It was pretty cool to see.
I love that. So I love it when I get like, if I have an appointment and I get multiple reminders, because I'll get the text and never hit yes, I'm coming. Or, right, all these things, right? And then I get an email, then I get a call. You certainly don't pick up the call because I'm on with you guys during the day, and then I get the voicemail at night, and then nobody's there to follow up with. So there's all of us find value in something so different. Is that what you are all hearing? Nod yes if that's what you're hearing. Is that all of us on this call are finding value in something a little different? Great. Nowhere in this call or in any of my classes, this is your disclaimer. I have never told you you cannot speak real estate, okay? So don't say, Brooke said I don't have to speak real estate. What I said is every call and not every conversation has to be about real estate, because you just said it. Not everyone in your data bank is ready. Not everyone in your data bank is in buy, sell, invest mode, but they could certainly be in referral mode. If we do the right things to stay attractive to them. And I don't mean like, oh, your hair looks so good. All these things, right? Mike, your hair is just stunning how you styled it today. No, I'm sorry, Mike McPherson, but Mike, your hair is great too. Mike, your hair is just fabulous as well. I'm saying, like, how do we stay attractive in a way that we're bringing value to the people in our world that's valuable to them and not us? And there's a lot of conversation around this going on, especially with things like classes like value squared. Do you know your value as an agent? Do you have people in your world that can provide value? And how are you staying fun or informative? Or how are you educating people in your world? Because again, is everybody in buy, sell, or invest mode? No, but there certainly could be in referral mode if we were close enough in a relationship with them that we could ask for the referral. How many of you would just love to be so busy with your pipeline that you have to hire someone to be able to handle all the referrals giving to you? Exactly. So we're going to get there. It starts with being friendly on social media and not just spitting out real estate facts. Real estate facts, super important. Things going on in our market, super important. So when we give you the growth call information and we give you all these social media posts, what it's meant to do is draw your people in to chat with you, to have a two-way conversation on Facebook that they may not have when it comes to when you pick up the phone. So now when you do pick up the phone, you have something to talk about, because the data that goes back and forth are tags. That's all they are. They're tags. So now you have a conversation with someone on social media. You're able to start the conversation a little more where it's a little more comfortable, and then you're able to bring it to a phone call in a TCPA friendly way, right, Tiff?
Yeah, with their permission.
With their permission. But
It's really easy to get permission on social media. Just make sure it's documented.
Yes, absolutely documented. And now we have things that are valuable. You know, we just said appointment reminders. We've said discounts. We've said all these different things. How many of your people in your database have a job? Okay. What percentage do you think are retired? So they did something before, or have people in their life who work or have businesses or services. How many of you know a stylist? Mike McPherson, put your hand down. I'm just kidding. You do know one. I know you go have the little spa day with your scalp. How many of you know a barber? Right? And so on and so on. How do you pull those people into your world? And it's going to be through things like social media. It's going to be about having the calls. It's just breaking the ice. And Tiffany put it in such a way when we first started, when Tiffany came to the region, she said something on one of these calls about a piggy bank, and it has stuck through and through with me in my head. Tiffany, what did you say to our friends about the relationship piggy bank? Because it is my favorite thing on the planet.
Well, you continuously make deposits before you take a withdrawal. And I would say in this industry, you're probably 4-to-1. For every 4 deposits, you can make a withdrawal. So, and it comes very much like everything's a system and a model. So when you look at that 4-to-1, right, we talk about doing the 4 quarterly calls. And then we talk about the 1 or 2 text messages where you're asking for business. So it's a 4-to-1 ratio. Right? And when you make withdrawals, before you make deposits, you're going to be disconnected. It's just the way it is. And it's funny that you brought up the whole knowing the vendors. I was revamping the 100 days. If you haven't gone back, even if you're 10 years in the business, if you haven't gone back and re-looked at the first 100 days in the industry and just touched on one of them, because as I was writing this out and doing, I think it's 23 weeks, right? When I looked at it, the one thing on it, and this was an old one, it talked about the yellow pages. So I had to update it and get rid of the yellow pages.
Hold on. Does anybody not know what it is? It was basically a book in alphabetical order where you could look up phone numbers before the Googlies, before the interwebs, just so you know. Okay.
And what was really awesome about it, and which really helped us as agents, was A was for accountant, right? So you were able to go into this book and go to A, B, C, and in the yellow pages, not the white pages, that was the personal information, which you have to be TCPA compliant with. And then you had the yellow pages, which you have to be TCPA compliant with, but you were able to literally go to accountant, and there were like hundreds of accountants, depending on where you lived, right? You go to B, there was bookkeeper, barber, burp, whatever, right? We need to do that same thing. But today we're just doing it with technology.
And we're doing it. If you do it through your sphere of people, through helping other people in your world, it's just another way you get closer in relationship to them. You know, it was also the reason why so many people started the names of their businesses with numbers or A letters, because when you opened the phone book, how many of you have met the A1 crack repair guy? That's his story. He named it A1 because A1 came up on the very top on any index he ever went on. I was like, well, that was a genius 70s marketing ploy, sir. And it's really difficult to make calls when you don't know what to say. We all have the things, the communications, the dialogues, but what we fear is the relationship that may not be there yet. And can I ask for a referral? Can I have that real estate talk yet? And our hope and our dream is that by giving you social media posts that have everything and nothing to do with real estate, that you start to build relationships online so that when you do pick up the phone and you go find that person in command, you can say, oh, Mike McPherson did comment on the chocolate chip cookie, and he's one of those who likes oatmeal raisin, right? No, he doesn't. I know you don't. I love oatmeal raisin. Add the chocolate chips. But it gives you something to chat about. He does have fabulous hair. I'm going to make sure he shows you his high school photo with his locks, his flowing locks. All right, friends. Tiffany, anything to add to that? I'd love to get to our content for the week, because I do want to talk to everyone about sites, about blogging, and about how ChatGPT is going to make you into vendor database gurus.
I think the only thing I want to add is I really appreciate you talking about, like, you just can't post these social media posts and then do nothing else.
Right. You
Right.
can't just get a real estate license and expect people to come to you.
Right. So
Without-
there's make offers for immediate response. We shortcut that to MOFers, right? There's the website, there's all these other things. So as we're going into the height of the market, and we are really in the height of the market right now, we're going to be delivering not only the social media pieces, but the action items you need to take to get the business that you want. And we're going to bring on guests that are doing it at a high level. So if you have a friend that should be on this call, or if you have something that you're doing really well and you would like to share, please let us know, because we all succeed with each other. And it's really important that you're all doing that. Like one of my last years in real estate, 75% of my business came from social media. And I'm the opposite of Brooke. If you haven't met, like, Brooke is Brooke, I'm Tiffany. Hi. But my whole thing, I was all about sales. Like, literally, I did 42 transactions. 75% of it came from social media, because everybody on my social media knew that I was in real estate. Everybody in my social media, and I'm up to 5,000 people on my social media, Now they're more agents than they are, like I have my core group of people that know me, like me. But now it's referrals with agents all over the country, right? Because I'm not actively selling, I'm coaching. So who is your audience and how do we find more people like that? Not just friends and family, but more people that are your audience, that if they knew you and liked you and knew how to refer you, they would send you business. Just a thought.
Mic drop.
Yeah, go to your social media now.
Mic drop. All right, let's talk about social media this week. Oh, let me get rid of my Apple Music. No wonder get rid of that. All right, this week's social media. If you are new to us on this call, every month, social media is shared with you via email and through our M3 group. And I will make sure either one of us will drop it in while I'm sharing or I'll drop it in after. But we have a Facebook group where I also give you all kinds of ridiculous extra goodies. I sometimes, if I know about like a bug that's going on in the world or if like AT&T outage, I try to give you guys as much info there as possible so not to overload you. When you get that calendar, you click on the month, it takes you to the days, you click on it and we go right to the posts. I would like to go on a vacation. How many of you would like to go on a vacation? What is a vacation? So now we are going to talk to our audience and say, drop your all-time favorite vacation you've been on in the comments below, but why was it? Now, if you haven't been here for a long time, I will tell you that we build these in a way so that you are pulling info out of people without being like, do you have a family? How many people are in your family? What are their ages? Right? Because if I answered this, Disney last year with my children was magical. You know, you have a very different person in front of you that says, my girl's weekend away in Cabo slayed. Right? Now we know that we're dealing with different people or different wants and desires. So we're starting conversations. So then I could say to you, Tiffany, what did you love about taking your grandkids to Disney? Why was it magical? What was their favorite ride? What was their favorite park? Would you do it again? Right now I can have conversation and I can get into deeper relationship with someone and I'm going to tag it. I know Tiffany's big travel dream. How many of you have been on a safari? Has anybody been on a safari? I'll move my chat. Oh,
I feel like somebody in this group told me that
Yes.
Tanzania was the place to go.
I heard that.
Wasn't it this group? I feel like it was this group, and that person whoever that was needs to reach out to me so I can make the plans
Yes, yes.
and
Oh.
see how that works. If this was a social media post and somebody asked me about Disney, I'd be able to have a great conversation. If I wrote about a African safari and somebody did a really awesome, they would give me that information.
Well, you know what's cool is that I was asking about a 10th anniversary vacation and, you know, what did someone do? And I found out somebody in our world, their wife is like this elite travel agent who's been doing it their whole life. And I was like, hi, can I talk to your wife? I've been trying to plan this forever and I'm not good at this part. I'm good at a lot of things online. Travel planning is not one of them. So now, because I got into relationship with this person online and asked them questions, now I have a travel agent who's going to help me. Now you have a vendor to add to your network. But there's travel agents everywhere. There's people who specialize in Disney. Bless them. Bless up to them. But you're going to ask them, was it the views, the company, the food? And maybe your vacation will inspire others. Okay. I love chocolate. I love dark chocolate. If you've been in my world, you know this. Dark chocolate, caramel, sea salt. Oh, chef's kiss. One of my favorite things. And it's funny because chocolate chips are usually synonymous with chocolate chip cookies, yet there are so many other uses for them. Does anybody have a child who adores to put mini chocolate chips in everything? I have one of those. Oatmeal, yes. Milk, yes. All the things, yes. So you're going to ask where they go for their chocolate chip goodies, or bonus points, do they have a recipe? What do the bonus points go to? Nothing. It's just fun to say and it makes people feel like they're part of the game in your world. But where do you use your chocolate chips? Do you use them in anything outside of cookies? My husband makes me these ridiculously good protein, like oatmeal ball thingies. And they are the best. There's like bananas and oatmeal and chocolate chips and I don't know what else in there. Love. There's a lot of love in these little things, but they are my favorite. And when he makes them, I was like, thank you. Mug brownies. Oh, pancakes. Pancakes are the best. My kids are getting into the Japanese pancakes that are like this big, and that was the hit. That's what they wanted cooked. Is the giant pancakes that rise like this. They're delicious. And then for our this or that Thursday, are you a DIY it or a buy it? My household is a very DIY household. 1, I have Pinterest. 2, my husband is handy. So I find the things, he makes the things. But if you need to jazz up your space with a piece of furniture, ask your people, do you like being crafty? Or are you like, forget it, off to the store I go. Do you DIY it or do you buy it? So what about you guys? Put in the chat. Are you DIYers or are you buyers? Buy it. Both. Depends on the piece, right? I'm not going to DIY a couch, friends. That's where I'm talking like little piece. Simon, you buy, but you want to try. There's a Jen Bobby, I know, you buy it. Buy it. Depends how fixable. I have a bad habit because we have a truck is I'll see something on the side of the road and he'll see like giant stars go off in my eyes. I'm like, we can make that into a planter. He's like, we could, and we're not going to because we did that a lot. So I love to DIY. This is fun because people in your world may actually have this service. We have people that I know in New Hampshire, they flip furniture. I have somebody local in town named Melissa. It's called Melissa's Perfect Piece. And we can call her and say, I have a client that needs exactly this. What do you have? And she'll say, if I don't have it, I will fix it and find it, or find it and fix it for you to make sure that they have the perfect piece for their house to finish. Also, Pinterest age, right? That is the biggest downfall of anybody. They think they can become a DIYer or a recipe maker of everything. You can make anything. That's what gave us the show. Nailed it. All right. Tiffany, anything else you want to add while I'm pulling in the winner, or did you pull in the winner? I have to just put it in the spinny wheel. Then you have to be on to win.
I already did it.
Thank you. You're the best. Don't forget you have to be on to win.
I'm just checking to see if this person is still on. They just went off camera.
Oh,
Elaine Reevy.
Elaine, are you on? There you are.
She came back on camera when I said she went off camera.
Yeah, well, a couple people did. They were like, I want my prize. I want my prize. So Elaine, you won the book, Your First Home. I will bring it to you Thursday because I'm coming to your market center on Thursday and Friday. Here's my big ask for anybody who wins a book that may already have it in our group. Please give it to someone who could benefit from it, whether it be an agent, somebody who's looking to get into the business, or somebody who's looking to get into home ownership. Give it and gift it and write a lovely note in it. We can never give enough gifts in this world. Okie dokie, friends. Tiffany, anything to add, or Jen, before we break to the next topic, which is going to be how we can use the blogs and ChatGPT a little better to be the person that everybody talks about in your neighborhood in a good way.
I think I'm good. I think you did it.
All right, stay on, friends, because I'm going to hit pause and then I'm going to pull up some of the nerd herd and we're going to chat all things ChatGPT and blogging. Okay?